Now, as the war continues unabated in Ukraine, there are voices of dissent now slowly rising across Russia. 4 days after Kremlin ordered deployment of more troops to the front lines, protests have been reported across at least 32 cities in Russia. Despite tough laws against such unsanctioned rallies, people came out in the streets denouncing the partial troop mobilization call. But the Russian president remains unfazed. Hardening the stance, a new decree was issued which is seen as a warning against those refusing the diktat to fight. Meanwhile, the anger continues to simmer on the streets of Russia. These are the visuals from central Moscow, where police rushed in to crack down on protesters. About 700 demonstrators were arrested.
Нет, скажите, а на основании? Вы меня проверяете на что? На что вы меня...
Anger also boiled over in the Russian city of St. Petersburg. Several protesters were detained during an anti-mobilization rally. The visuals on your screen show protesters being restrained by the police. On Saturday, Russian President Vladimir Putin signed amendments toughening punishment for voluntary surrender and refusal to fight by up to 10 years in prison. The move comes just days after the Russian president ordered a partial mobilization. Also, a separate law was initiated facilitating access to Russian citizenship for foreigners who enlist in the Russian army. This follows the mobilization designed to increase the ranks of the Russian army. Meanwhile, on the streets of Kyiv, displaced residents of Mariupol gathered to protest against the Kremlin-organized referendum being held in their hometown over the possibility of Russian annexation. Covered in Ukrainian flags with posters reading "Mariupol is Ukraine," people who fled their city came to the square near the refugee center.
Але я розумію людей, до яких приходять люди з автоматами, ось, і від них вимагають цього голосування. Ось, я вважаю, що людям потрібно зберегти своє життя, ось, і зробити те, що потрібно на даний момент. Якщо їх заставлятимуть ставити якусь там навіть галочку, це фіксійну, хай вони ставлять, тому що перш за все це життя. Ми все ж таки деокупуємо цю територію, Маріуполь буде Україна.
Today is the third day of the referendum. These images are from Mariupol, where people were seen casting their votes. The referendum, or the referenda, has been condemned by Ukraine, the West, and the United Nations as illegitimate. Russia, however, maintains that the referenda offers an opportunity for people in the region to express their views. The residents of the self-proclaimed Donetsk and Lugansk People's Republics who fled the conflict zone to the Russian city of Rostov-on-Don also cast their votes in the referendum on joining Russia.
Для меня референдум – огромный праздник. Наконец-то Донецк великомучественный дождался, что война наконец-то закончится. И мы очень верим России. Спасибо Владимиру Владимировичу. Он поддерживал нас все эти годы как мог. И мы очень рады, что эта война скоро закончится. Спасибо большое. Мы за мир.
Voting in the provinces of Lugansk, Donetsk, Kherson and parts of Zaporizhia, representing about 15% of Ukrainian territory, is due to run till Tuesday. Formal annexation of these territories could give Russia a reason to escalate the war to new heights. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.